Out of control. Women in China spends $38,000 on hot pot meals across China over a 9-year period. $38,000 is a lot. This rounds out to be about $82 per week. The lady really likes Haidilao. I agree. It tastes really awesome. In the US, if you go there one time and you just pig out, it can cost about $70 per person. So I'm thinking she might be going 2 or 3 times per week. This is not a crazy number. It's just that every single time you want to eat out, you just go eat hot pot. Personally, I would go maybe twice a year to Haidilao because it's quite expensive there. Over the years, I've tried different soup bases like Little Sheep hot pot, Haidilao hot pot in the package from the supermarket, or other different brands, making it myself. It's just usually not as good as Haidilao's in-house, in the restaurant soup base. For hot pot, there's a combination of all the spices. There's garlic, Szechuan pepper, shallots, all kinds of different spices mixed into a hot oil. And it's super savory. They might use beef tallow. And after you have it for a while, you just kind of crave it after some time. So today I'm gonna go to the grocery store, show you guys what I would personally pick up, because I often throw hot pot parties in group gathering settings. You can spend maybe 2-3 hours just huddling around this hot pot and eating and chatting, talking. It doesn't cost very much, not like $70 per person if you do it right, especially if you use a meat cutter. However, cutting your own meat takes a little bit more effort. It does reduce the cost a little bit if you're interested in doing that. So let's go to the supermarket and show you what I pick up. Local Ranch 99 here. One of the things is fish tofu. I like this golden one. It tastes especially good. Or you can choose this packaged stuff, which I don't think tastes as good. This type of fish ball is really delicious. It's made from cuttlefish. It's made in Taiwan. Relatively small number of ingredients in it, so that's good. Compared to this kind, there's sodium tripolyphosphate in it, which is something I really don't want to eat. But we will have the black kind. This has cuttlefish ink in it. It's quite expensive, $8.40, almost $1 per ball over here. So we'll get 1 bag of these. By the way, I know I'm making it for 7 people here. Here are the meat selections. We have a bunch of lamb, pork, beef over here, and it's all quite pricey. Lamb is $17 a pound. Ribeye is $24 a pound. Looks like they have some sale on whatever this is, which is pork belly. And you have some Snake River Farm stuff, which is even more fancy. It's a Wagyu. In terms of the meat, I recommend maybe about half a pound of protein per person. So for 7, I'd say about 4 pounds. I'm selecting lamb shoulder, pork belly, and 2 American Wagyu, because last time we had this, it was very good. We're gonna have some of this tofu rolls here. They're very good because they can get cooked in just a few seconds. A small pack of vermicelli noodles. Not everyone's gonna eat noodles, but there will be 5 of them. It's good to get a second type of noodles. I'd say get a half serving per person if you have 2 types of noodles. And you'll need some kind of greens, but don't get too much. Vegetables are probably the last thing people start eating. And you probably only need half a bag of this bok choy. Go with some quick to cook leafy greens like tong ho or this Vietnamese spinach. This type of spinach tastes slightly slimy, kind of like regular spinach, but a bit thicker. At the actual hot pot, it was a big hit. Also get some mushrooms. These are fairly cheap, only $1 each, and some brown beach mushrooms as well. For dessert, I like to get some kind of fruits. Only get maybe half an apple size because people are going to be so full after a hot pot. £1.75 pounds. This is also an option. Jia Du Bao herbal tea, very good for hot pots. So 6 of them. I think at least 1 person won't drink it, I think. We also need to buy some butane fuel. 8 ounces on this one, 8 ounces, they're same price. So let's go with this one. And also, this is a lemon tea drink, more like a Hong Kong style thing. Now for the important part, which is the soup base. You can either go to the supermarket and buy the same Haidilao instant packet, but those are filled with preservatives and it tastes a little different than the official restaurant one. So I'm here at a restaurant to actually order it to go. You can order the whole pot, half pot, or a quarter pot. I'm gonna pick spicy beef tallow and then a golden soup base and a pork stomach one. You don't actually have to fill up all of them. You can actually just add water. 2, 3, 4. You only have to order a quarter of the soup base. So that's $9. Otherwise, if you order the whole pot soup base, look at that, it's $30. So you can potentially just get a quarter of it. I find that that's enough taste already, but I have lots of people, so I'm gonna order 3/4 of it and 1 water, and then confirm the soup base. And then we'll order dishes. The main thing I like is the shrimp paste. So I'm gonna order 3 of these, because we've got 7 people, and that's it. Order. Okay, so here it is. This is the pork stomach soup base. There's a golden soup base right here. Beef tallow hot pot sauce. This is a bit different than the one you can buy. It does say institutional use only, and also the 3 shrimp paste. They make it really, really good. I also went ahead and grabbed some of the candy and some of these snack things to share with everybody. Here's the finalized layout of all the food at my friend's place. I actually skipped the bok choy and only went for the Vietnamese spinach. Just that one bunch was indeed enough for 7 people. It turns out the yellowish golden soup base was very popular. It tasted really good, but you also must have the spicy one because it's not hot pot without the spicy taste. Haidilao spiciness level is extreme. If you look at the pot, it's filled with about a 1/4 inch of hot oil. Pro tip, scoop out all the oil first, leave a thin layer of spiciness, and add more hot oil to it as you go to adjust to your spiciness tolerance. It turns out because we had the fish tofu, the 2 packs of squid balls, and 3 orders of shrimp paste, the protein was a little bit too much, maybe 1 or 2 pounds over. So when you go buy these things, also take into account the protein inside the fish ball and also the shrimp paste. I think we probably could have taken out the pork belly and I would have kept everything else. Pork is usually on the lower tier of hot pot meat. People don't usually like to eat pork, it seems. So I would keep the 2 pack of Wagyu beef and the 1 pack of lamb. You really do need at least 2 different kinds of sliced red meats for hot pot just to have a variety. The tofu rolls are the quick cook kind. It's essentially that you buy that one because when you buy the thicker version, it takes like 5 minutes to cook. No one has time for that. People like to grab stuff, stick it in, and you get to eat it almost right away. So tofu rolls are essential. I've tried cuttlefish paste at Haidilao. It's not as good. Only go for the shrimp paste. Everything else you can buy yourself for a lot cheaper than at the restaurant. I'm buying these things at the restaurant because it's really hard to reproduce yourself. It takes immense amount of work to gather all the spices to make the soup base. I haven't quite found the way to make the shrimp paste as bouncy as theirs and as good as theirs. So I still buy it from Haidilao myself. Now that little box has 3 orders and it comes in like a little dough squeezing baggy thing. You squeeze it and then you kind of snip off pieces of it and it turns into like little elongated sausage like things. You squeeze it directly into the hot pot. The total cost was around $40 per person in this instance. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Gives you some ideas on how to tackle having a hot pot party. By the way, you also may need a butane stove and a low profile pot so that by the time you put it on the table, you can see into the pot. Optionally, you may want to have one of those split pots so that you can have 2 different soup bases. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and go and do your own hot pot party. If you do, come back to the comments, let me know how it turns out. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.